Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Food, glorious food, hot sausage and mustard. Do, 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 do. Sorry, I digress. With the planetary system now aligned, we leave the first 30 degrees of the zodiac and span the next 30 to 60 degree period, where we are welcomed to the second of the zodiac family, Taurus. Ranging from the period of April 20th to May 21st, this earthly dwelling sign exists in a fixed state amongst the other 12 signs. Taurus, who was initially established by the Mesopotamians, considered it the great bull of heaven, while others considered it to be the age of earth, agriculture, and the bull. Taurians hold the second rank in line after Aries and is the first of the earth signs. Later, we'll take a look at ways in which the bull can unveil its greatest potential. But for now, who is Taurus? As the second sign of the zodiac, Taurians naturally tail behind Aries, continuing the path of growth and development. However, as the first earth sign, they are responsible for laying down the foundational roots that all the other earth signs pull from and will follow. Taurian personality is closely related to the stage in life between the ages of 7 and 14, a period that is represented as extremely important, as this is a stage in life from childhood to adolescence. This is that point in life where there is an emphasis on learning between the concepts of what is right and what is wrong. It is also during this stage where we learn that everything on the mortal plane has a place and a specific purpose. It is also during this time where we become responsible at understanding how to use and care for our earthly possessions. The ideals of sharing and trading are present here as well, as those Taurians with this energy may be seen as very giving and valuing the pursuit of trade, making a fair place for giving and taking. Back in the Taurian home or in their personal workspace, Taurians seek to have beautiful surroundings, which is attributed to their ruling from Venus. And it should be noted that Venus is noted for its beauty and romance, and Taurian pulls from this energy. Their need for beautiful surroundings is directly linked to their connection to the material world, where they seek out possessions to help in creating a beautiful and secure space, which is very essential for promoting Taurian energy. Taurians are again described as a fixed earth sign, which places them in a space where they're often blamed or considered stark and stubborn, which is actually not true, as quite the opposite is more present here, where Taurians have a tendency to actually be more flexible. Let's take, for example, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is a Taurian, who is commonly known as his role as the wrestler The Rock with the WWE, moved away from that tough guy image and started to play different roles in Hollywood. Different roles ranging from comedic to action, and even lending his voice to the world of animation for Disney's Moana. So I guess back in the days when he was in that ring saying, "Look what the Rock is cooking," he was trying to let us know that there was some things coming down the line. Living in the mental space between the age of 7 and 14, Taurians are prone to navigating this world independently, where they begin to realize that they are not the center of the universe. And with this outlook, they begin to embrace the development of cooperation, which is possibly why Queen Elizabeth II, yes, Queen Elizabeth II, has been so successful as a queen, as she chose to lead more democratically and less like a tyrant. I mean, how many times have you actually seen her speak? She's usually sitting down in her little suit that looks like it came from Macy's or Lord and Taylor, with her Sunday best church hat and just waving her hand. And when she does speak, she's very soft spoken and very comes off very nice and very cooperative. She seems like she's very for the people. I mean, after all, one of her grandchildren through marriage is half black. So she does know how to cooperate. But I digress. Taurians are usually by nature drawn to all things physical and show great appeal to sex, food, and sports. This fact brings to attention fitness guru Shaun T, who is also a Taurus and is commonly known for creating workout formats for over a decade in an effort to get the world to dig deeper. And while he's doing this, he's also satisfying his own carnal need for physical activity. But on the quite polar opposite of this, there is this uncanny ability to be flexible, which Tauruses are known for, where Shaun T also has a thing called Donut Fridays. For those of you who follow him on Instagram or Facebook, will know what I'm talking about. On every Friday of the month, he makes it a point to have donuts, no matter what, come hell or high water. I mean, just most recently, he's on a tour, a 7 week tour in Europe, and he's still out there searching for his donuts, no matter what. Mmm, donuts. But it should be noted that unlike excitable Aries, Taurians don't need constant activity, as they are no stranger to comfort, relaxation, and just plain laziness. I mean, if you got some Taurian friends or family in your world, don't be shocked if you see them lying around on the sofa or in the bed or on the floor. They love them some comfort and some food. Taurians are actually quite insightful with great observational and advisory skills. And it's this trait that most likely made Adele so successful musically, as her lyrical approach is quite insightful of her own observations of her own life. I mean, a lot of her music, all the albums that she has released has achieved critical acclaim, and a lot of that is attributed to the fact that her music is coming from a deeper personal space that most everybody that listens to can relate to. And it's probably why she's one of the greatest music icons of our time and will withstand time for time to come. Taurians are actually quite strategic as well, as they prefer to implement their strategies where they feel the time is right. So they won't strike unless they know that it's the right time to strike. Um, this particular situation or attribute of Taurus actually brings a recalling to a situation personally where I had a friend who was a Taurus and I was living with him at the time, along with his significant other, his partner. And my friend had suspected that his partner was practicing infidelity, um, i.e., cheating, which actually came to be true. And when the time was right, he, along with some friends, emptied the entire house, furniture, clothes, rugs, even the kitchen sink, and did it all before his partner came home. Now that's some shade. But it should be noted that this is not always the extreme case for Taurians, as Taurians tend to procrastinate, causing them to lose their call to action. So they're more so prone to the idea of, I'll do it later and I'll just rest for now. And it should be noted that though they are fixed in this way and look to protect their own agenda, the powers of Venus push them to a little more of an open space where they work to seek out what will be in the best interest of all those around them, especially for their loved ones like friends and family. But what can this bullish Taurian do to unveil its greatest potential? This fixed earthly bull sign that is ruled by Venus and lives by the motto of I have can begin nurturing their growth and become inspired by use of certain stones, like rose quartz. Rose quartz usually promotes their imaginary abilities, and what better time than to practice the art of imagining than when you're in the bed, laying down, or on the sofa, lounging out? Then there is emerald. Emerald promotes learning and can help in boosting the self confidence of those bullish Taurians. And then lastly, there is lapis lazuli, which can strengthen the ability to navigate the material world in search of prized possessions so that those Taurians can make their dwellings ever so beautiful. It should be noted that emerald may actually be a great fit with Taurians, as they can be drawn to all shades of blue and deep greens. I mean, the idea of blue and deep greens, it just takes me to sitting out beachside or, maybe camping, where you can be surrounded with all those deep green colors of the leaves and the grass. But outside of the stones, when it comes to the body, there are common areas Taurians should pay attention to, like the ears, vocal cords, cerebellum, neck, throat, palate, and salivary glands. Those last four that I described actually shine bright for me, as it should be noted that Taurians have a tendency to be foodies, as I said before. So it may be cautious with certain foods, as they can cause infections in those areas. That's just a thought. I know y'all love to eat, but sometimes you just got to be careful. Salmonella. When you're not in the kitchen and you're spending time out in nature, you might find that there are certain aspects of nature that might be great in promoting your personal energy as well. Those born between April 21st and May 12th may look to seek out blackthorn trees and willow trees, as they will further your growth and development. Additionally, those born between May 13th and May 21st can find respite while in the presence of hawthorn trees. Outside of the woods, while in the home or at work, it may be wise to surround yourself with daisy, dandelion, and lily, as these three plants can draw great inspiration while bringing a little brightness to your bullish world. Musically speaking, listening to the keys or compositions using F major and or E major may draw comfort, especially while attracting some of your faves, Libra, Scorpio, and Capricorn. But simply following the course and steering clear of procrastination will place you in the stampede of your other fellow bulls, like William Shakespeare, famed poet, playwright, and actor, Fred Astaire, Hollywood dancer, singer, actor, and choreographer, Ella Fitzgerald, jazz legend, Jack Nicholson, we all know Jack, Chris Brown, yes, that Chris Brown, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Miss Black China, Queen Elizabeth II, Adele, famed songstress, Gigi Hadid from the Hadid family and current supermodel, Travis Scott, rapper and music artist, and also famously linked to Miss Kylie Jenner, Shaun T, and then of course there are many others. And with that, we are brought to a close on Taurus. Did what you hear make sense? Did you hear anything new? Or have you heard it all before? Either way, it would be great if you gave us a like or share. And if you want to hear more from what this channel has to offer, be sure to follow us and put on notifications so that you will be first in line when a new video is released. Stay tuned to more in-depth interpretations as we look at the astrological signs on a deeper level. And stay tuned to our Taurus series, where we break down Taurus day by day, giving each one of you bulls a once-over. Can we uncover new things about your being? Well, stay tuned and find out. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram for daily updates. And remember, the stars are watching.